Hi, my name's Jeanette and this is my service learning video. So for my project, I decided to join the lead program at Western in a job at the Outback Farm to help clear some blackberry bushes out of the property. Here's a picture of me next to a pile of blackberry bushes that I had already pulled up. And then here's another picture of a panorama of the whole area that our group was working on clearing the blackberry bushes out of. The type of blackberry that we were pulling up was Himalayan blackberry. Himalayan blackberry is an invasive plant species in Washington. An invasive plant has the capability to thrive and spread aggressively in foreign areas. An invasive plant can also be a threat to the natural ecosystem because they can take over and hog many resources, specifically sunlight for photosynthesis, that the native plants need to grow. That's why it's important for us to help clear out these pesky plants when needed. It can be good to bring in new species, but not when they are taking over native plants and animals. The goal is to increase biodiversity and not reduce it. I mentioned photosynthesis earlier, but would like to go into more detail about it now. As a definition, photosynthesis is a metabolic process by which plants capture energy from sunlight and use it to create carbs from carbon dioxide and water. In order for plants to photosynthesize, they must be exposed to sunlight. Most photosynthesis takes place in the leaves, specifically in the chloroplasts of the plant cells. This relates back to what I was talking about with invasive species because what happens is that foreign plant will overgrow and end up putting native plants in the shade where they cannot photosynthesize and will die due to lack of energy. Biodiversity is very important, which is why we do not want that sort of thing occurring due to invasive or introduced species. At the Outback Farm, they use an agricultural method that is biointensive. This type of farming is organic, small land farming. A large number of crops is planted within close proximity of one another within a small area. This way you have maximum yields for minimal space. Biointensive farming uses much less water to sustain, 67 to 88% less water in fact. Soil fertility also increases because the soil buildup is 60 times faster than it would naturally occur. In terms of fertilizers, if they're even used at all, they are organic. And this form of farming reduces fertilizer use by 50 to 100%. Finally, I've come back to biodiversity. Biointensive agriculture creates greater biodiversity. The nutrient-rich soil gives this agricultural method much more sustainability than others. Sustainability is key to maintaining biodiversity. Companion planting and crop rotation also lead to greater biodiversity. My service learning experience answered the big idea of using resources as wisely as possible since I got to learn so much about the farm and the methods they use. It's so important to not overuse resources because as the world's population increases, we as people are going to deplete Earth's resources and have nothing left to live off of too soon. I really enjoyed learning about the Outback Farm and their biointensive farming because it taught me about the types of things that we can do to use less resources and to save more things. Even if I'm not a farmer, it taught me about the importance of saving resources.